Hi, this is Tina. I believe it's January the 2nd. It's the evening. I just got home from the ER about my MRSA skin infection and all the other stuff that went along with it. And I intentionally wore these clothes so that you could see the burns that are on my chest. And some of them had blisters. 2 days ago, my eyelids were swollen and my lips were swollen. After my lips stopped being swollen, they were like fire engine red and they were cracked open and bleeding for 2 days. When I saw the doctors this morning and this afternoon and this evening, they were still fire engine red and cracked open and bleeding. They're still cracked open and bleeding a little bit. I have these burns on my legs, on my hands, my arms, my back. My back has some blisters, and I have some blisters inside my mouth because of this drug, this antibiotic that I was taking to treat the MRSA infection because I was trying to get rid of it because I was worried about that. Um, I had no idea that sulfa or sulfur drugs, prescription drugs even had sulfur or sulfa in them. And basically, these are burns on my skin, in my mouth. I even have a burn that was under my eye right there. I covered it up with makeup, but it looks just like those ones on my chest. And it actually was blistering a little bit. Um, this is the kind of thing that reminds me that we need to know what's in the prescription drugs or even the over the counter drugs that we're taking because bad things can happen. I mean, even if it's just like a filler ingredient or whatever, but I mean, when the doctor told me that there was sulfur, I didn't know what sulfa was, but it was sulfur was in pharmaceutical drugs. My exact words were, and you'll just have to put your fingers in yours. What the fuck? Why would we put sulfur in drugs? That makes no sense. Anyway, I have these places all over my body, and I have a lot in my bikini area. I have a lot on my back, some down my legs. My shoulders are covered. Basically, they feel like chemical burns, or they feel like you've been burned, and you've all you've been doing is trying to lay and rest and get well from the MRSA infection. So I knew I hadn't like been in anything. I hadn't touched anything. Nothing's changed. Anyway, the doctor did tell me this, that some patients come in there so badly burned. I mean, like they have those kind of burns all over them. They basically are put in with the burn victim in the burn victim unit and treated as, they were like, like a house fire, or they have to be treated like a burn victim because that's what those are. That's what it is. It's burns. And we need to be careful what we put on and in our bodies because obviously this is not what you want to happen to the temple that God created for you. Our bodies are the temple of God, and this is not what you want to happen to it. I was actually scared that my MRSA infection was had got into my bloodstream and was manifesting and spreading, and making these places other places. I'm glad it's not that. And I knew that these things burned and felt like a chemical burn or a sunburn or something, but I couldn't figure out how that would have happened. And I learned some very valuable information today. So besides saying that I'm allergic to penicillin on my health stuff, I now need to say I cannot take any sulfa or sulfur or sulfide drugs because he said every time you have a reaction, it'll be worse and worse and worse. So It might be this time, and if I ever took in any again, I might be one of those burn victim units. So anyway, I just wanted to share my day. It's been very stressful. My lips hurt so bad. I haven't been able to smile, and I don't know when I'll be able to. I'm going to try to find something to moisturize them and try to get, hopefully, the cracking will stop and the bleeding will stop. But thank you so much for all the prayers. Zachary and I appreciate everybody, all of our friends and loved ones that care about us. We love you, and I hope things get better soon because this is not the way I wanted to start off. And this isn't the way with the infection to end the year and this to begin the year. It's just, but it really kind of is my luck. Anyway, we love y'all. Have a good evening.